Hey guys, Jessica Caver Lindholm here. I hope you're having a beautiful week, and I've got some really exciting news today about a new training, a free coaching workshop that I'm really excited to be doing for you guys because it's going to cover one of the top concerns, problems, frustrations that I hear consistently online. Okay, so we're going to jump into that here in just a second. The big goal today is to give you some support on how you can create a steady stream of clients online, whether it's coaching clients, consulting, photography, your virtual assistant business, whatever it is. If it's a service-based business, I'm going to talk to you about how you can create a steady stream of clients online without spending all day on social media, right? Because one of the things that I hear that my community and my clients get the most frustrated with before we start working together is feeling like they have to hang out in Facebook groups all day long and have to pitch people, right? I think especially as women, it's not that much fun to be like cold calling people and personally reaching out to people and saying, hey, do you want to buy my stuff? And I'm going to tell you a little bit of a story about how I did this in the beginning and how it didn't work for me so that you can feel completely confident giving up promoting your stuff and pitching to people in Facebook groups or on social media. And I'm going to show you what to do instead. And I think you guys are going to absolutely love this. So I love seeing how many of you are already hopping on. Say hi down below as you're jumping on. Let me know where you're joining in from. And we're going to dive right into this training. And also, if you have to leave early for some reason, just be sure that you get signed up for my new live coaching workshop. It's happening next week, where I'm going to be breaking this down into more details. I've got slides. I've got a really special training plan for you guys, and you'll get a recording of that as well. So you don't want to miss out on that. It's free, and it's going to walk you through exactly how to create a consistent stream of ideal clients, because that's what we want, right? Who reach out to you instead of you having to pitch yourself to them, and no pitching on social media required. Cool? Hey, Ann, good to see you. All right, guys. So like I said, as you hop on, say hi, show me a little love, show me little hearts. Let me know that you can see me, that you can hear me, and we're going to go ahead and get started. Okay, so how to create a steady stream of clients online without spending all day on social media. Let me just grab my laptop here for just a second because I want to show you guys. This is actually what we're going to be talking about next week. Hopefully it's not backwards for you. But it's literally how to create a steady stream of ideal clients who reach out to you, how good would that feel, without ever pitching on social media. So the reason I'm putting this together is one of the biggest complaints, concerns, frustrations that I hear from my community is I'm so tired of hanging out in Facebook groups because everyone keeps saying I need to hang out in these Facebook groups and then nothing happens, right? And hey, Rosella, hi, Anissa, perfect. Love to hear that you can hear me. I know how it goes. You get into the groups, you're like, okay, I'm supposed to be in this group. This is where my ideal clients are going to hang out. You start, maybe talking about your new program or sharing some sort of offer. It takes forever. Now and then maybe someone reaches out, or worst case scenario, you're having to reach out to them and you're like, hey, you sound like a good fit for my stuff. Do you want to talk? Finally, someone says yes, right? And then here's what happens. They either don't show up to the call that you schedule. They cancel last minute. They do show up, but they had no idea you were even selling anything, or they're totally appalled that you're selling to them or the price point. And then what happens? Then you're back to going into groups again, trying to get someone else to get on the phone with you. And it's absolutely exhausting. And here's the deal. I've been in your shoes. I've done the same thing. I'm going to share a little story here about how I've done the same thing in the beginning as well. And then how I found a different strategy that worked better for me, because here's the deal. In 4 years, over 4 years now of having my online coaching business with over $1 million in sales, hundreds of private coaching clients, I have never, I just spit, hopefully I didn't hit you guys. I have never pitched to a client. Every single one-on-one client I've worked with has reached out to me and said, hey, I want to work with you. What can I do? And that's the strategy I want to teach you guys. Cool? Is that something you guys want to learn? You guys want to hear more about that? How you can have ideal clients reaching out to you instead of needing to hunt people down or stalk anyone in Facebook groups? Does that sound like something you're into? Let me know. All right. So I know this is a little delayed, so I know you guys are getting your comments in there, so let me know. And like I said, we're going to be diving into this in much more detail next week during our live coaching workshop, totally free. It's happening next Wednesday, and the details are actually up in the description right now so that you can get signed up, save your place. I am so energized about this coaching workshop, you guys. Like literally, I got up this morning and it's the first thing I wanted to work on because, you know, a couple years now that I'm into my business, 4 years in my business, sometimes I forget what a struggle it was in the beginning. And some of those pieces of like trying to hang out in other people's groups and why isn't this working? And as I was putting together this workshop, it was this reminder of like, oh my gosh, how many incredible women, maybe you, are using these strategies where you think you have to hang out in Facebook groups and try to pitch to people. And it didn't work for me. It felt totally out of alignment. I felt salesy and it did not feel good. And I'm guessing maybe you guys have felt that way too. So I want to show you a different way to do this. Hey, Chanel, good to see you. Awesome. Loving the interaction, Anissa and Rosella. Thank you. Okay, so here's the deal. The workshop, the link is up there in the top, totally free. We're going to be rocking it out, going over all of these strategies, but I'm going to be breaking down some of these strategies for you today as well, and showing you how you can make this all much easier. It's becoming an epidemic. Exactly. It is. And you know, sometimes a couple years ago, maybe 2 or 3 years ago, this worked more because there was less people doing this. And now that the groups are becoming bigger, you know, my group doesn't even allow promotion anymore. And because there's better ways to do it. And here's the thing. If you promote in groups, now and then you might get a client. But I take a stand for you having a booming, consistently earning business. And it's not going to happen just by throwing out promos in other people's groups. So here's a little bit of a backstory of how this went for me. Yes, totally. Well, it's so refreshing to hear at the beginning. It isn't always easy. It isn't always easy, but there are ways that we can make it easier for sure, Melanie. So here's the deal. In the beginning, when I got my coaching business off the ground and I was offering some free sessions, I'd go into Facebook groups and offer those sessions. That was completely fine. And from those, I ended up selling, after I did these free sessions, a couple ladies bought a $50 single session for me. And that was so exciting at the time. It was the first thing I sold in the coaching industry. I'd been personal training and teaching yoga prior, and to make $50 an hour coaching someone, and I didn't even have to drive to someone's house to do personal training, like that felt like a miracle, right? And after that, I was like, I'm going to put together my first coaching package. It's going to be so easy. This is so much fun. So I put together this package. It was probably about 2 months or something long, and it was going to be a $500 package. And I made the sales page gorgeous. I was super excited. And I got into Facebook groups, and I'm like, this is my big moment, right? Like, you know, your life's about to change. And I'm sharing it in groups. I'm telling people, you know, this is awesome. And I'm reaching out to people like, I can help you. And guess what happened? Crickets. Nothing. No one was interested. I sold none of them. I was super deflated because I was so excited prior. And it's like, it didn't feel that good, you know, hopping in there being like, hey, do you want to work with me? I can help you. Like, none of that felt good. Have you guys felt that way before? Like, you're like, why? I just made the most amazing package ever, and now I'm trying to get it in front of you people. Why aren't you buying? Right? I'm sure you've been in this place before. Hey, Monica. Hi, Manilia. All my ladies on here. We're having quite a party. Definitely say hi, guys, as you're jumping on. Today, we're talking about how to create a steady stream of ideal clients who reach out to you without needing to hang out on social media all day, without needing to pitch yourself on Facebook, right? Cool. Yes, you caught me live. I'm so excited to be on with you, gorgeous. Exactly. Try to help and serve people. So that's where I want to touch on instead. So what happened after my big flop? It's okay. I can own it. Where I put this package out there and everyone did nothing. Crickets. Well, this is the strategy I'm going to be breaking down in more detail during my live coaching workshop next week. And like I said, link is up in the description. It's ToLivingFree.com/workshop. It's completely free, and I'm going to be going into this exact topic. I'm going to be sharing 3 secrets about why you don't need to be pitching yourself on social media anymore, why you don't need to go into Facebook groups and be like, come on, come buy my stuff. I'm going to show you a different strategy that I came up with shortly after my big flop, shortly after going into Facebook groups and no one wanting to purchase anything. Cool? Yes, exactly. Well, and here's the thing, Manelia, I'm going to be honest, like, I love Facebook. I love me some social media, and 90 to 99% of my clients do come from Facebook, but it doesn't come from me needing to go into other people's groups or pitch anything. I mean, here's the deal. I can't tell you the last time I went into anyone else's group. I have no idea what's going on in other people's groups. And for a couple of reasons. One, it is a time suck. What are the chances that you get into someone else's group and you don't get distracted? Like very little to none. Two, it knocks your confidence, right? If you hop into a group and you're like, oh, someone else is already doing what I was going to do. Now I'm totally distracted and I give up. Like, it's a really quick way to lose confidence. Anyone ever hopped into a Facebook group and suddenly, like, afterwards, you're like, well, I was excited about what I was doing, but now I'm going to go sit on the couch the rest of the day, watch Netflix, and eat this entire bag of Doritos. Right? It can be kind of a time suck, an energy suck, and knock your confidence. So I want to show you how you don't need to hang out in other people's Facebook groups promoting your stuff. You can still use other people's Facebook groups if you want to. I mean, that's how I grew my list in the beginning. I've had a lot of clients have a lot of success with that. So if it's something you're excited about, by all means, use it, leverage it, but you don't need to pitch your stuff. There's a much better way to do this, and this is exactly what I'll be breaking down in next week's workshop, which is totally free, live coaching workshop. It's next Wednesday. Even if you can't make it live, definitely sign up so that you get the recording, because I'm only planning on doing it once live. And really, it's so worth your time to show up live because I answer your questions throughout the training. And for the first time, I've got a really special VIP coaching gift that I'm giving to everyone who shows up live and actually stays for the workshop that you guys are going to really, really like. So only way to get that is if you show up live. And the link is up in the top and it's down in the comments as well, ToLivingFree.com/workshop. Totally love Facebook, but I've been focusing on my community. Awesome. More and less in other groups, which is what's been working actually. Yes, totally. Building your own community. And that's, let me hop over to that strategy because that's what changed it for me. For sure. Ooh, I love gifts. Yeah. Free gifts, guys. Just luring you in. You've got to come to the workshop. And it's, like I said, it's a VIP coaching gift. So not only is it a free gift, it's not just a download. It's literally coaching with me for free if you show up. It's not happening on the call. It's something that's afterwards that you're going to get for showing up live. Is anyone interested in that? Would you love a VIP coaching mastermind to be able to work with me not in person, but live and work on your business, right? That's one of the gifts that I'm giving away on, actually, I'm not even doing a drawing for it. If you show up live and you stay on the training, you get access. I'm not going to make it complicated. I'm not going to pull a name out of the hat. If you're committed to making changes in your business, I'm not keeping it from you. I want to help as many people as possible with this. Awesome. Yes. Signed up already. Way to go, Manilia. And it's totally free, guys. The link is up in the descriptions right now and down in the comments. It's pinned down there. It's ToLivingFree.com/workshop. The workshop is going to be breaking down why you don't need to be hanging out in Facebook groups anymore. I happily would have called the workshop, how to create a consistent stream of clients without hanging out in Facebook groups anymore. But because we're going to be boosting this opt-in page, Facebook doesn't really like when I use their name. So we just said on social media. It's a trademark thing. I'm not allowed to use their property. But that's the main thing we're going to be talking about, is you don't need to be pitching yourself in Facebook groups and how to actually have clients reaching out to you instead. Because like I said in the beginning, I have had, over the last 4 years, in the last year alone, I've had $300,000 in private clients, just private clients, not anything else that we've sold in the business. And all of those clients personally reached out to me. And that's what feels amazing, guys, right? Is when you're doing your work and you're getting emails from people filling out your clarity call forms, or someone's messaging you and saying, OMG, I just found you. I have to work with you. What do I do? That feels incredible. There's no pitching. You get on a sales conversation with them, but it's less of a sales conversation and more of they already know they want to sign up with you. They just have a couple questions. And that's the strategy I want to show you guys. So it's so much more fun. It's a blast to have people reach out and to be able to serve in this way and make money without feeling like you're hustling around in the different Facebook groups, right? Awesome, Monica. Yes, I think you will love this too. Definitely show up. Show up live if you can at all possible. The link is up in the description, totally free for this new workshop. So like I was saying, the first time that I booked clients, I booked two $50 single sessions, and that did come from Facebook groups. I was hanging out in Facebook groups. I was offering people free sessions, and that worked to book my first couple clients. However, by first couple clients, my first two $50 single sessions. Not like I was selling $500, $1,000, or $5,000 coaching packages. If you want to sell more higher level coaching packages, you need to use this next strategy. So, like I said, in the beginning, I put myself out there, booked a couple clients. Then I got super excited about this $500 coaching package I was going to put out. It was going to change my life. I made this gorgeous sales page. I started promoting it. I pitched it in people's groups, and crickets, nothing. So what I ended up doing instead is what some of you guys have mentioned. How can you be of greater service? But not just that, greater service and growing your list at the same time. And if you guys have been in my community lately, if you're on my email list already, you know that I am talking all about growing your list and turning those emails into clients, right? And I'm so passionate about this because a couple reasons. One, you never have to hang out in people's Facebook groups and pitch your stuff again when you do this. That alone should be enough to know, like, all right, I need to build my list so that I never have to, like, lurk around in the online world trying to find ideal clients. Let them find you. That's why we create these free resources. That's why we put them out there. That's why we grow our lists and offer solutions to their problems. I'm never on my email list like stalking people down. They are stalking me. That's why they're on your list. And that's the great thing about growing an email list. Someone who's on your list wants you to teach them more. They want to hear from you. They honestly even want to be sold to. I mean, I'll use myself as an example. I love to get emails from my people. I honestly don't think that my people that I look up to could over email me. And you know what? I know sometimes people are being like spammy and over the top, but if you really are an ideal client and they're like the person you look up to, I love to hear from them. Like, I love to get emails. I love to see their photos. And yes, I even love to be sold to. I actually signed up, and let me show you that I walk my talk. I signed up for someone's coaching program, $2,000 coaching program yesterday, because I was like, I love the email. I love the story. Yes, sell to me. Like, I like to be sold to when something's really good. And your people like to as well. If they're on your list, they're interested in what you're offering, they're interested in your message, and there's a very good chance that they're just looking for the right offer or the right program so they can learn more and move forward faster. So like I said, I walk my talk. I love to read people's emails. I like to be on people's newsletters. I am very picky about who and how many. I like to only stay on about 4 or 5 really great ones. And like I said, I bought a $2,000 course yesterday from someone because I was like, high five, sister. It was actually a colleague who was promoting for someone else who was an affiliate. I loved her bonuses. I loved his program. Sign me up. And that's what I want to teach you guys is how can you have people actively, excitedly reaching out to you and either purchasing programs and packages from you without even having to have a conversation, or if you're selling something more high level like a $5,000, $10,000, even $15,000 coaching package, to have them reach out to you. Like I said, in the last year, I've had $300,000 come in from private clients from, around 10 to 15K coaching packages. I did not hunt down anyone. All of these people reached out to me, and that's exactly what I want to show you, and it's exactly what we're going to be breaking down in detail in next week's live coaching workshop. Details are up in the description right now. Definitely sign up for it, even if you can't make it live. Get a copy of the replay, watch it, break it down, allow it to shift your belief system about how you make money online. It's not lurking, it's not stalking people, it's not hanging out in Facebook groups all day. Cool? Let me know, guys, if you have any questions about this, if there's anywhere that I can be of service. Like I said, I put a lot of my best content together for next week's workshop, and I'm going to be live there for you and answering questions at that point as well. But I'm here today, so if you have any questions, comment below. I'm going to hop over and see what's going on here. Hi, Susan. So good to see you. Rosella says, my group, which is highly focused, is growing more steadily. Awesome. Than my first group did. And it's wonderful. These women are highly engaged with my stuff, and I love all this. Exactly. Because like I said, I'm not against Facebook. I have my own Facebook group, and you guys are welcome to join if you're not in it already. I think most of you ladies are in there. I see a lot of familiar faces here. It's called the Financially Free Entrepreneur. And I love that group. I love how engaged that group is. I love connecting with you guys over there. I'm not saying don't use Facebook. I'm saying let's use Facebook in a more aligned way that allows you to tell your story, build incredible relationships, and consistently have ideal clients reaching out to you. And here's what happened after I used the next strategy. After I stopped pitching in Facebook groups and my $500 package didn't sell and I heard crickets, and I was like, I've got to do something else. When I started implementing this next strategy, which is what I'm going to be breaking down for you in the workshop next week, here's what happened. Almost immediately, my list started growing from very little. And not that it was growing super fast, but it was growing with the right people. And these amazing women were sending me emails. They were sending me messages on Facebook. They were thanking me, like, thank you for creating this resource. Thank you for connecting with us. Thank you for offering your support. Like I said, there's a specific strategy that I recommend you use with this. And it literally almost immediately turned from crickets to connection with ideal clients. And I had people emailing me that were like, this is exactly what I've been looking for. Thank you. And within a week, I had someone Facebook message me and say, oh my gosh, I love what you're putting out there. I love what you're doing. And I want to know more about working together. How can I work with you? And I was like, oh my God, I hadn't signed up a new client like this before. And so I was scared and excited. And we got on the phone about a week later, and I sold my first $5,000 coaching package. Because in between selling the two $50 single sessions, trying to sell the $500 package and hearing crickets, I realized that I needed to step into the next level, that I needed to be the woman that I was looking for, the woman who was selling these packages and supporting people at a higher level. So I created this 5K package. And like I said, in a week of using this new strategy in Facebook groups and across social media that required zero pitching, zero even mentioning my offers, I had people reaching out saying, how can I work with you? And that's what we're breaking down in the workshop, and the link up in the description. Totally free, down in the comments as well, how to use this. And that ended up becoming, one, my first coaching package I ever sold. Two, it was for $5,000. And three, the amazing woman that I got to then work with as my new client paid in full in cash. I had $5,000 in cash come in that day. And the previous year, I'd made $7,000. So this strategy, if we're going to really go there with it, this strategy literally took me from pretty much what I was earning the previous year to earning that in a single day without having to pitch myself in a Facebook group ever again, without having to feel salesy or pushy or trying to talk anyone into anything. And I cannot wait to share this with you guys next week on this brand new live coaching workshop, completely free virtual workshop where it's going to be video. I've got slides and everything ready for you guys. So let me know if you have any questions. I'm going to jump back down in the comments and see what you guys are up to. So any questions, if you just want to say hi, if you want to tell me where you're from, definitely comment below, or even what kind of business you have. That definitely helps me to make sure that these trainings make the most sense for you guys and you're getting the most out of them. But either way, even if you have to jet, be sure you secure your place, save your place in that live coaching workshop next week. Link is up above in the title, and down below it's pinned in the comments. It's ToLivingFree.com/workshop. South Africa. Oh, I love it. I've heard amazing things about South Africa, Chanel. Had a couple clients from there and visit there. So someday I would love to go there. Yes, it's so important to find or attract the right people. Exactly. It's not just about numbers, ladies. We definitely want to grow your lists. We want to grow your communities. But engagement counts most. If you can put those two together, it is magical. Would you recommend being in more than 5 other Facebook groups? Absolutely not. My recommendation typically with Facebook groups is start with doing a search for where your ideal clients are hanging out. Like, what are some of the keywords that your clients use or maybe associate with? Are they entrepreneurs, business women? Maybe they're health-minded, maybe they're professionals. So do some searches for those groups and then narrow it down to about, 5 to 8 groups that you're scouting out. You're not actually these aren't your core groups yet. You're scouting these groups out. You're looking for a space that you can really call home where you want to hang out and connect with people. You got to join them though to see what it's like. So some groups, you're like, wow, this is amazing. Everyone's so connected. I can ask questions and get, answers right away. Some groups are crickets or they're promo only. And those are probably not the groups you want to be in. So after you narrow them down, I recommend then narrowing again to about 2 or 3 Facebook groups that you love. And if if you have your own Facebook group, a lot of times you can even just use these exact tactics, use these exact strategies in your own Facebook group. And like I said, I don't hang out in other people's Facebook groups at all at this point. It's for me distracting, and I find for a lot of my clients, it just is a knock in confidence. And so creating your own Facebook group is always a great strategy, but you have to create an engaged Facebook group. And if you're not ready for that yet, finding 2 or 3 really engaged groups where you can connect with people and build really strong relationships, and then use the strategy that I'll be breaking down for you next week during the workshop. to literally have people start to reach out to you and want to work with you is a game changer. Yep. This came up in some other groups recently. Do you allow people to go live with promo-free information in your group? It's a really great question, Rosella. At the moment, we don't allow other people to go live in our group. We have in the past. It becomes something, I think it depends on the group size. I think if you have a smaller, really engaged group and you want to do that, that's great. I have found as my group has grown, it becomes more difficult to monitor because, of course, I'm not going to, and I'm not going to make my team go through and watch all the Facebook Lives that people have done in my group. And it's really hard for us to know if someone's promoting or not in those. Because, they might start by telling a story and then switch partway through to fear marketing or pressuring people or this is why you got to buy my stuff. And it just is kind of complicated to monitor. So in bigger groups, I notice for the most part, no Facebook Lives are allowed. I've noticed in some smaller groups that they are. And here's the other thing, and we'll be talking about this more in the workshop. There's definitely a space where you can position yourself as an expert in other people's groups. But having your own engaged group is always one of the best ways to do it. Like, I'm always a little bit confused when someone comes into my Facebook groups and wants to start promoting their paid offers. Because I'm like, why aren't you doing this in your own group? Like, use your space, build your community. And that's what I want to show you guys how to do. Like, using other people's groups is a great way to build relationships, to connect with people, to show your expertise, to even build your list, really. But there's a way to do it that requires zero promotion, zero pitching, and zero stalking people. And it can be done really gracefully. And that's what I'm going to be showing you guys next week in the workshop. Yes, any tips on managing the group as it gets bigger? Even post cloaked as advice that are actually selling. Oh, Chanel, I so hear you on this. Yes, this is something that we're actively managing in my own group. And, we know in an instant if they're giving posts that are actually selling. The rules we have in my group are there's no links. There's no creating graphics that have your website across them. There's no, there's no just pitching, basically, which is why I'm teaching you guys don't pitch, because one, it doesn't feel good. It doesn't feel good to anyone in the group, and it doesn't work. So it's the trifecta of doesn't work. Don't do it. So we typically just let people know it's all in the guidelines, what our rules are. We're very clear about it. If someone breaks one of these rules, they might have just missed it. So we reach out first and we say, hey, so-and-so, just a heads up, we don't allow blank. Please refer back to the guidelines just so you're super clear. If it's something that happens repeatedly, we may have to remove you. And pretty much just own it at that point. And there's billions of people on Facebook. If someone's going to act out of line, you can find a different group with love. I'm here to create a loving community, a supportive community of rock star women who are supporting each other. There's no room for salesyness, right? And there's better ways to do it. And I expect better of my community. So that's how I do it. Hopefully it helps. There's a difference between seeding and flat out promo, at least to me, but you run your group however it makes sense or feels best to you. Totally. So even in my group, honestly, there's some people that hop in and they'll say oh my gosh, look at the results my clients are getting. They're rocking it out. I'm so proud of so-and-so. I've kept my eye on these posts. And so I'm watching them, but there's no promo at this point. So if they're, shouting out and someone decides from my group to message them, that's totally fine. It's not like I'm trying to use my entire group and turn them all into clients. I may not be the ideal coach or the ideal business expert for everyone in my group, and that's okay with me. And so if they find someone else, that's fine. But the moment those start having links in them, or there's links in the comments and they're trying to get people to sign up for something, that's when we reach out. Yeah. And it's your group. Here's the thing. Have a vision for how you want it to fill. My intention with my group, thank you for the love. My intention with my group is that I've always wanted it to feel like a really cool dinner party with a couple thousand of your favorite friends virtually across the world. And so that's the energy I always want to keep. I do fun things in there. We're doing an angel card reading right now in there. Sometimes I do Facebook Live. Sometimes I do, it's everything from something playful to something really educational. And that's what it's about, is starting conversations, people being able to ask questions, get the support they need from each other. And I chime in regularly as well. That's what we're wanting to create. So that's the focus that I have. So I see what your focus is and really stick to that. How do you start a Facebook group engagement from scratch? Great question, Nina. And the lovely Jocelyn, who's on here right now, can probably help a lot with that too. She helps a lot with my social media management. She's a rock star. Thank you for the hearts. Engagement in Facebook groups right now is more important than ever. Facebook is consistently changing their algorithms, the way that they run things, and engagement is becoming more important than ever because Facebook is showing less and less of your stuff to your people. It's exactly what happened a few years ago with Facebook business pages. It used to be that people could build these business pages, run entire businesses from them, and when Facebook stopped showing the post to people who had liked the page, a lot of businesses fell because they weren't prepared for that. This is also why it's so important for you to have 2 touch points minimum in your business. Your email list is a non-negotiable, and your social media platform is supportive for your email list. It is not the other way around. Do not build a huge Facebook following, a Facebook page, group following. Do not build a huge Instagram following without a list, or there is a high likelihood that your business will collapse at some point. Don't do it. Okay? 2 touch points minimum. Email list is always king, and your social media platform is second to support. Those 2 work together. I drive traffic from Facebook over to my email list, and from my email list to Facebook. And we'll dive into that a lot more, guys. That's why I'm doing the workshop next week. And like I said, the link is up at the top, up in the descriptions, or up in the description at the top, ToLivingFree.com/workshop. Almost lost it there. And it's pinned down in the comments too. It's a totally free workshop. We're going to be breaking all of this down in detail so that you can really, really use it in your own business. So Nina, it's super important to build engagement, and that engagement needs to, it needs to engage. Your people need to be liking and commenting on your posts regularly, or it's not working. And when I brought on my social media manager a few months ago to help me manage my group, because it's gotten, we're getting close to 7,000 people here. It's busier, and it was just feeling a little flat. I wanted to jazz it up a little bit. She brought in a lot of really great suggestions that we've seen work really well, which is a lot of it was having more fun in my group. I was giving so much content all the time that I think my people were like, tired a little bit, and being able to play a little bit and do angel card readings, or, start some posts sometimes that are just fun gift videos and how are you feeling today and connecting. Like, that's what you want from your girlfriends. And with the intention that my Facebook group is more like a great dinner party and not just a place, yes, also to learn about your business, but to have some fun and to feel free, since that's what my brand is about. Putting posts out there like that have skyrocketed the engagement. It has brought in a lot of people that maybe hadn't been interacting in the group for a while. And it helps everyone see my posts more. Because otherwise, Facebook is switching over to pay to play with your group as well. And this is why engagement is so important in your Facebook group, guys. Because they are rolling out an option where you're going to be able to start boosting your posts from within your group to group members. Now, that's awesome in some ways. The downer side is they're going to be showing your stuff to less people automatically so that they can get you to pay for it. Engagement in your group is more important than ever. And if you guys aren't in my group already, I think all of you are for the most part. It's the Financially Free Entrepreneur. Hop over there. See how we do it. See how engaged the community is. What I love is if I put something out there, generally within an hour tops, there's tons of responses to it. And the same thing with the people in my group. They can ask a question and they actually get responses. And it's not by accident. It's something that we have actively done to engage this community. And high five to Jocelyn Schultz and all of her love and likes there, because she's had a huge hand in making this really rock out as well. And guys, we're going to be breaking this down in more detail, going into deep Q&A next week on the live workshop. So make sure you've saved your spot. Link is up in the description right now and down in the comments, ToLivingFree.com/workshop. Hopefully that helped, Nina. Yes, I don't believe someone could steal my soulmate clients, so seeding wouldn't bother me. Okay. I limit promo in my own group just to encourage other ways of providing value. Totally. And there's, you find what works for you, Rosella. A lot of times people will have like promo Fridays and you can promote that day, or I allowed promotions all together until last fall. So it's been almost a year that we pulled promo out. And it just was getting to the point that managing that group by myself at that point, it was a lot to have to look at every single post and make sure people weren't promoting. So we just pulled it. We pulled it all together. And also, here's the deal. It's not something I do. I'm not going into other people's Facebook groups and promoting my stuff, because long-term it doesn't work. There's better ways to do this. Exactly what I'm talking about today. Exactly what I'm talking about in the workshop, with the link up at the top in the description. how to create a steady stream of clients who reach out to you so that you don't need to be doing the promo and the pitching. It feels good in all senses of the word and all senses of the experience. And that's what I really take a stand for in my space. Yes, minimum of 2 touch points. Ask fun questions. Great advice, Jocelyn. Ask fun questions. That usually helps. You want to do fun things with them. And even if it's something like, what was your favorite year? 98, 99, or 2000? Something like that. Fun is the idea. Having fun in the group has changed a lot for us, really. And that's my style anyways. We're here to create freedom. And I'm super playful on a daily basis. Like, if you guys look in my Facebook group or if you look at my profile, we dress up, my husband and I, and we go to festivals pretty much on a weekly basis. Like, I'm all about fun, and it was something that was missing from my group, and bringing more of that fun and play in, I believe, makes your business more successful and more lucrative because you're interesting and people actually want to be around you. No one wants to hire the coach who's working 20 hours a day, not sleeping, and has zero fun, because these are lifestyle businesses, guys. I have a lifestyle business. If I'm not having fun, don't hire me. But we are having fun, by the way. I'm really struggling to get a Facebook group up and running. There's so many pieces we can go into this, Melanie. So it kind of depends on if there's a certain area that I can help with. I really would. What I recommend is grow your list and use that list to grow your Facebook group. I have never paid to get people into my group. I've never boosted anything to get people in my group. My intention when I opened my group was to get 100 people in it in 24 hours. So I'm a bit competitive. You don't have to do it that way, but I had enough connections at that point. I was a year into my business by the time I started my group, and I was like, I bet I could do this. So I used my list and a lot of my connections, and my intention was to get 100 people in my group in 24 hours, and I did it. And honestly, I added about 5 or 10 friends and colleagues at that point. I told them, you guys can leave after the week, but just help me. I don't want this to be an empty space that I'm inviting people into. So that's something you can do to kick it off. Grow your list and make sure that you are using the thank you page, the first email that people are getting from you after they join your list to get them into your group, and invite people from your list regularly over there. Yeah, so grow it regularly. That's the first piece. Facebook will recommend your group to other people naturally, organically as it grows, so that helps. And have fun in it. Be there on a regular basis. I'm in my group daily, Monday through Friday. I'm not there for hours, but I show up daily. I answer questions. We do fun things. We plan out engaging posts for a daily basis. I'm not going to say having a Facebook group is easy, but if you like it, it is incredibly lucrative and it's a great way to build a community. Facebook treats live video really well. You guys better believe there's a reason I'm doing this right now. One, because I love doing videos, but just because I love me some online marketing. That's why we were talking about the importance of engagement in your Facebook group. Like I said, guys, we're going to be breaking this down so much more in the workshop next week, so definitely make sure you're signed up for that. Facebook Live is prioritized right now across the feed, and the more interaction, and here, you guys want to see what I'm doing? The more interaction, likes, and comments that I get on this video, and the longer I go on this video, the more people will see it, and the more that Facebook will prioritize showing it to other people, which means here in an hour when I turn around and boost this exact video for $5 a day or $10 a day to get it in front of more people to promote my new live workshop, whoop, whoop, Facebook will automatically show it to so many more people at such a better price point than if you were running Facebook ads. It's a huge part of my strategy right now, guys, and it's going nowhere because it's a game changer. And I will answer many more questions on that next week during our live workshop, so make sure you're signed up. I think everyone on here is signed up, right, guys? Who's in? I know Manilia said she was signed up and joining. Who else is coming to my live workshop next week, where we're going to be going over all of this in more detail, exactly how to create a consistent, steady stream of ideal clients who are reaching out to you without needing to hang out in Facebook groups or without needing to hang out on social media all day. Who's coming? You coming, Jocelyn? Will I see you there? All right, I'm going to let you guys type in below. Let me know that you're coming. It's totally free. There's zero reason not to come. Anissa's in. Whoop, whoop. And you get the recording of it. I'm doing it live once. I'm more excited about this workshop than any of the live trainings, honestly, I've done this year, if that tells you something. I'm so excited about it. Rosella's coming. I'll see you there, Rosella. Amazing. Let's see, Rosella said, adding a feature photo on my profile with a link to my group in the caption on the photo has helped. That's awesome. That's a great idea, Rosella. Great recommendation there. Fab. Thanks. I'll put that into place. Awesome, Melanie. And would love to see you too. Would love to see you, Melanie, on the workshop. Definitely sign up and save your place. Either way, you'll get the recording of it. Would love to see you. I hope to see you there too, Marcy. Just make sure you at least sign up so that you get the call-in details. It's the only way to get the call-in details. We're doing a Zoom video, so you'll get to see me and I'll get to connect with you guys again. I've got the slides already rocking and rolling, and you'll get, anyone who signs up will get the recording of it and the replay of it. So you won't miss anything, even if you can't show up live. But like I said, if you show up live, I'm giving away a VIP coaching mastermind call to everyone who shows up live and stays on the training. So it's awesome. It's not something that's even for sale. It's literally getting personalized coaching from me, not right after, but shortly after, a day or two afterwards, you're going to get access to this VIP coaching call if you show up live. All right, guys, is that I think that's everything. Okay, thank you. You're so welcome, Marcy. Looks like Melanie's in. I'll see you there, Melanie. Jennifer, good to see you. Hopefully you can join us as well, Jennifer. We're hitting that point. I can tell when I hit my point in my Facebook lives where my tongue and my lips stop working. I'm like, time to sign off. Everything's stopped. Yeah, totally worth signing up, Anissa, and showing up live. It's a gift that I'm giving for people who show up live and stay on for the training. Is a VIP coaching mastermind call with me. So you guys will really love that. It's so worth your time. It's so worth showing up live. Definitely. All right, gorgeous. I will see you guys all soon. I will see you next week on our live coaching workshop. It's next Wednesday. Click the link up above. It has all the details, the title, the bullet points, exactly when it's happening. Whether you can sign up live or we can show up live or not, definitely sign up. It's ToLivingFree.com/workshop. The link is up in the description and down in the comments. Completely free. Like I said, even if you can't show up live, you will get a replay of it. But those who do show up live get a special VIP coaching gift. So you guys will love that. All right. I wish I could stay longer. There's so much fun and so much activity happening on this group. But it's time to get on with the day, and I will see you guys soon. I've got to go finalize a couple more things for the workshop next week. All right, guys. To Living Free. This is Jessica Kaver Lindholm. Bye.